Hello Leo, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie and this is your reading for September 16th through the 30th. Today I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. For the overall energy, I'm going to pull a card and a message, and then we'll look into your energies, the energies of whomever or whatever energy is connected to you, and then we'll take a look at how those energies are mingling and dancing in the middle. We will close it off with an oracle card for the Leo collective. Do keep in mind, these are general readings. Take only what resonates. You can check out your sun, moon, rising, and north node readings for additional context. And do be sure to check out the links in the description below. You can book a personal reading with me, and you can also make donations or connect with me on social media, which would be a whole lot of fun. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Creators on the Crest. Okay, so Leo, Blaze the Morky has decided he wants to be over there. He's either over there or looking out the window, so he may or may not participate actively in today's reading, but he is in the room and taking a nap at this time. So let's get going. We're going to get a card for you for the overall energy from the Herbcrafter's Tarot. And we're going to get you a little message here, Leo. Ooh, Leo. You got the number 13 card, Death, and in this particular deck it's the marigold. And the marigold, remember, is the flower that you can plant around your vegetables and the things you're growing so that insects and bugs don't bother them. And it's kind of got this Halloween-y feel to it. It's a really cool card with like a sugar skull in there and the beautiful marigold colors. And your message is don't follow the crowd. Don't follow the crowd. Big transformation going on for you here with this, Leo. So, you know, we've all had times in our lives where maybe we'd follow along with other people or other things or groups, like that whole groupthink mentality. This is a time where you're being encouraged to step out on your own behalf as yourself with your own thoughts, your own ways, your own actions, your own opinions, that kind of thing, and not follow in with the crowd. Would be a really good time to detach from like mainstream media and things like that and take a break from that. Get out in nature a little bit. On your side, you have the Knight of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups. Something's got you a little bit worked up. The Knight of Pentacles in this deck is represented by a horse, so you could be dealing with or working with horse energy, but this horse looks a bit, like it's wild and it's bucking and it's not really wanting to have what's going on around it. Again, that could be the external influences. If you've been tuning in and getting caught up in the us versus them, of the, you know, give, take, Republican, Democrat, blah, 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 especially if you're in the USA, you may be a little bit too caught up in those energies, and that's causing you some discomfort and some fears, and you're trying to kind of kick that off or shed it. And you know, even if you're not actively paying attention to things like that, you may be picking up on the energy of it, and it's got you a little bit off kilter. It definitely feels like something external. It could be more personal for some of you, like somebody personally to you is doing something that's annoying you, but you definitely come off as agitated there, almost like you're like throwing a fit, kind of, but you don't know what to do about it, so you're just kind of throwing a fit. We all throw fits at times. It's okay, Leo. 10 of Cups here. This tells me fresh, new water energies coming in here, fulfillment. So this is kind of a very different energy from the first card here. So something is making you feel full and feel filled up, and I think it's something good. We'll clarify. You have the 8 of Cups coming in after that, and I think that's about you walking away, or you know, really following your heart and being able to move out of the energies that have you annoyed and have you kind of throwing a fit. Remember, this energy of transformation in the Death card, that Scorpio energy came up for you. Look for Scorpio in your own chart and see where that could be affecting you. And this pull toward not following along with everyone else. For the person connected to you, they get the 6 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Green Man here, which is the Emperor in this deck. This person has gone through a time where they have felt vulnerable, exploited, used. I don't know if by you yet. Let's look here. It might be. They might feel a little used or a little put out. They're going through some healing with that. They're trying to nurture their healing vibes and gain back some strength. In the connective energies here, we have the 5 of Swords, frustration. So it could, the two of you, this could be you and somebody kind of in a bit of a in a bit of a fight, in a bit of an argument here. Frustration, and we have the Page of Pentacles, the lynx, the cat. Some things maybe remain to be seen about how everything's going to work out here. But yeah, the 5 of Arrows. You could be dealing, it's literally a man shooting arrows at a ram. You could be dealing with an Aries energy, or just somebody who's really headstrong, or you're headstrong and they're headstrong, and things just, you know, aren't working out there. I don't even know. Maybe that's not an Aries. It could be a mountain goat, like Capricorn. So definitely Capricorn and or Aries energy. They did have the Emperor over here, which is connected to Aries. Wow, this feels heavy, Leo. What do you got going on here? Let's look at this Knight of Pentacles. What is annoying you? The 9 of Swords and the Death card again. The overall energy is the Death card. You are working on transforming. You definitely, there are hurt feelings here. There's a sense of upset. There might be a little regret on your side about something, or possibly guilt on your side about something. And you at times, especially in this time of transformation, you get up in your head. You get up in your head, and then when you get up in your head for too long, things get worse for you. And it makes it harder to move through these transformative energies. For some of you, I feel like consciously looking into a way to process some of your frustration and anger would be helpful. You may need to like go play some paintball. It could be something like very physical, you know, gaga ball, pickleball, you know, something where you can kind of just like, or, you know, racquetball or something like that, where you can kind of swing at stuff, swing at a piñata, get a piñata, fill it with something positive, you know, positive sayings, your favorite candy and stuff like that, and then beat the heck out of it until it breaks open. Something like that might be helpful for you. The 10 of Cups is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands, and it literally shows people, one person is watching kind of laughing, and the other 4 are beating at a bee's nest like it's a piñata. So we don't want to go beating on a hornet's nest or a bee's nest or a wasp's nest. We really want to, you know, pick something healthier. That's why I said, Leo, like, for everything you love and everything you're loyal to, write that down on pieces of paper. Go get your favorite treat, your favorite candy, your favorite, you know, gummy snack or whatever it is, and get yourself a piñata and just hit the heck out of that thing and break it open for yourself. Because that 10 of Cups is showing a waterfall. This healing and this water wants to rush in and make sure your cups are full. And you have the Queen of Pentacles here. She's very nurturing energy, and this is, I think, about nurturing yourself and nurturing your own emotions. And when you're really feeling growly about something, find a way to take that out. For some of you, it could be you go to one of those places where you throw axes, or if you have a firearm, you could go for firearm practice at the targets, or, you know, learning how to do some archery or something. I feel like you need to direct the energy at something, though, something healthy. You know, a hay bale target, or, you know, something like that, like a wall, an axe wall with a target on it, you know, stuff like that. Obviously, healthy outlets here. Big transformations coming out of this, though. The 8 of Cups is clarified by the 9 and 10 of Pentacles. I do feel like possibly here, this could be a fight that resulted in a breakup, or distance being placed between you and this other person, and you're really considering here and trying to figure out if you can rebuild. You do have trust in it. Again, if you get too much up in your mind, up into the mental thoughts about things for too long, it's probably going to slow down the transition that you're going through. The more you express and kind of launch some of that energy out of you, it's going to feel better. And you got that, don't follow the crowd. So you don't have to do it. Try to think of something unique, a unique way you could do it. that would feel good to you. It doesn't have to be what everybody else is doing. You don't have to do things like everybody else. I feel like some of you need to hear that. So even if you are going through a breakup, your process doesn't have to look the same as someone else's. So make sure you're not judging that in any way, shape, or form, because you do have this trust here that the universe is going to come through for you, and you don't want to block that with your fears and concerns. Yet it's natural for you to have fears and concerns when you're going through deep transformations like this. So see where you have to kind of find the balance. For the Six of Pentacles for them, they get the Empress and the Knight of Wands. I like this because over their energy, whereas they felt vulnerable before or exploited or maybe even hurt by you, they are trying to find a different perspective. This Knight of Wands is riding on the back of a hawk or a falcon, and it is trying to get that viewpoint on where you may have been coming from. So I actually like this energy. I think it's something that you may not even know that this person is doing, but they are showing me your impact in their life was quite big, and they seem like they're in a place of receiving whatever atonement or karma is necessary here. I don't see them trying to push it away, but I do see this feeling of them being vulnerable and exploited, even as being a great learning for them and something that they're willing to tackle. So that looks like good news for them. These energies I am seeing in these readings, these feeling vulnerable, exploited, seen when you don't want to be seen, those kinds of energies. Let's look at this healing that they're going through, the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. This person seems to have been the kind of person that something has happened to them in life, and over time they trap themselves in their own cage. That is what it feels like here. And so that prevented them from really moving into new cycles physically in the 3D reality. They really struggled to be able to move into those new cycles because they built this cage, and then it's like they defended the cage they were in from within it. Very strange. This could be representative of a spiritual cage for some people, especially with the don't follow the crowd being like the overarching energy here. This could be someone who trapped themselves under the veil of the God matrix. So that would be getting into the religious aspects and angles to a degree where it's unhealthy, and there's just total externalization, and literally it looks like everything was closed in on them, and then they would defend only that little bitty space when the whole world had so much more to hold for them. And you know, I grew up very religious, but was always very spiritually astute, even as a very young child. That was just who I was. And it was very hard for me to go through the motions of the church and religion and things like that. And I think for this person, they got quite trapped and quite caught up in it. It's a journey that, man, I do not know many humans on the planet who haven't gone on it or are at the beginning. Various phases in understanding the control of religion and the following of the crowd and the group think there having to do with religion. And this could be a message too for you, Leo. It could have been something. I don't see these energies upon you quite so much. You're more in the transformation of things and more in the emotional processing of things than this person. They look to be just maybe in the beginning phases of healing this or coming out of that cage somehow. And maybe if this was a breakup with you, maybe that's what has sparked them to start looking at that. For the Emperor, they get the Emperor again and the King of Wands. This is way too much. This is an overload of arrogance and an overload of masculine energies here. Damn it. This is cockiness, showboating, and you know, there's not even a chance for stubbornness here because they just won't hear anything else but their way. And if this person has the more positive energies I saw in them with the Empress up there and the Knight of Wands really trying to tackle some of their vulnerability, like their fears around being vulnerable and things like that. And here they're doubling down with the Emperor and the King of Wands. I don't know, Leo. This is probably not someone that it's possible to be comfortable around right now because of what they're going through, what they're supposed to be going through, and how they're handling it. That just feels like it's on the extreme end. I hope that this person was not violent toward you. I certainly hope they were not violent and physically abusive. They seem like they carry that energy. Maybe you picked that up. Maybe that's why I'm like, you need to physically express yourself, not out on a person, obviously, but maybe some of that energy leaked over into your energy and you need that healthy outlet, you know, because if we don't want to leave that rage trapped inside, like the lion needs to roar it out, right? It needs to come out, and it's probably going to come out big. That's why I was suggesting some of those healthy outlets that are more active, where there's actually like a target, you know. Certainly I'm not encouraging you to envision this person, especially if they hurt you, as the target. Just let it be like the galactic vacuum as your target. And as you shoot the arrow toward the target or the axe toward that bullseye, you know, when you are shifting the energy and the galactic vacuum is recycling it and recreating it into the good evolutionary energy that it's supposed to be. We're dealing with energetics here. Let's look at this Five of Swords in the middle. You got the Chariot and they got the Three of Pentacles. I'm just going to mention, for those of you maybe star seeds, there could be a Pleiades connection here for some of you. In this connection, it could have been someone that you had a past life connection with in a different system, or there's just something about the Pleiades, the Seven Sisters, that is important in your own journey. I kind of feel like when the harsh energies and conflict energies of this relationship kind of came up, you kind of retreated with that Chariot into yourself, into your own intuition, and into your own dreams, your own desires, while they kept looking at you so they could show you. I feel like this person always had to be right, or always has to be right, and they were always trying to like show you like you were not equal to them. And that caused a lot of conflict. Let's look at this Page of Pentacles, the Five of Swords from your side and the Eight of Swords from there. So there's two Five of Swords in this connection here. That's not healthy. That's not good. That is like, this needed to change. So if you are at the point where this is ending, or it has ended, or you're in a phase of the cycle ending, this needed to change. This person shows me that they're probably going to have some setbacks in their own energies before they'll eventually come into the energies I saw at first for them. The seed has been planted, but it hasn't been watered yet by them. So it's going to take some time, and they're looking pretty stubborn about that because they've gotten comfortable with the cage. Leo, let's get you a card from the Rose Oracle. You Leos this year, you have really been going through it. You've really been showing me some stuff. For some of you, this could be like you are a counselor or a healer of some kind, and you're helping people heal these kinds of issues. So this does not resonate on a super personal level for you. It's because it's general, and there could be another connection here. You could have seen one of your children go through something like this. I mean, I don't wish this kind of energy on anybody because it looks really hard. But when I try to get a little bit higher perspective of it, there's huge lessons here that I think will eventually lead to quite beautiful things for you. You're closer to it than they are, but it will link. I don't know what I've done here. I was trying to close off the reading and I pulled you another message card. Drink more water. Leo, drink more water. I'm going to put that back in since that technically was just a little bonus for you, but we pulled a card from the Rose Oracle to close off your reading. That's funny. Funny things happen sometimes, but it was meant, you were meant to get that message too. Leo, you got healing is happening. You're not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften. You're not broken. You're a part of the ever-changing nature of life. Ever-changing, ever-changing, ever-changing. Change is your natural state. The rose knows that you were never meant to stay the same, to be one single shape, size, or way. You're not normal, and that's normal. You're always becoming more and more of who you truly are. And you got the message at the beginning, don't follow the crowd. That's exactly what you're being encouraged. And you're putting yourself through this transformation, Leo, and you're able to be more vulnerable because you trust the energetics of your open heart. The person you're dealing with, not quite there yet. Not even close. But you are learning how protective and beautiful and universally aligned an open heart can be. Leo, thank you so much for joining. I can't wait to see you next time.